All right, we are diving into an angler's paradise that might just surprise you. We're talking about Katy, Texas. Seriously, forget everything you think you know, because we're about to uncover some of the best fishing opportunities in the state, and they are hiding in plain sight.
You know, when you hear Katy, Texas, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably great schools, maybe some quiet neighborhoods, right? And yeah, that's all true, but there is a whole other side to this place that most people miss.
Because what if I told you that Katy is actually one of the best launch pads for some of the most diverse fishing in the entire state of Texas? From these little peaceful ponds to the massive Gulf of Mexico, it is all right there at your fingertips.
So what's the big secret here? Well, it all comes down to geography. Katy is sitting in this perfect sweet spot. It gives you super easy access to both inland freshwater systems and the incredibly rich saltwater fisheries of the Gulf Coast. And you know what that means. The variety is just off the charts.
But hey, let's start close to home. You don't even have to leave the city limits to have an absolutely fantastic day of fishing. These next few spots, they're perfect for a quick trip, for teaching the kids how to fish, or really just for a relaxing afternoon by the water.
First up is a true local gem, Jo Peckham Park. Now, if you're from Katy, you've probably been here a dozen times, but you might not realize just how good the fishing can actually be.
Okay, the real highlight here, the thing that makes this place special, is the seasonal rainbow trout. During the cooler months, the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department comes in and stocks this pond, which makes for some really unique and fun fishing you don't find everywhere. You combine that with a great fishing pier, playgrounds, it is just tailor-made for a family outing. It's easy, it's accessible, and it's a ton of fun. All right, next on our little local tour is another fantastic spot for a more laid-back experience, American Legion Park.
This place is your classic community fishing hole. You've got those reliable targets like catfish and sunfish, a great pier to cast from, and this is a big plus, it's often a little less crowded. It's the perfect spot to just unwind for a few hours without having to plan some big major expedition.
And rounding out our super local spots, we have Mason Road Community Park. Now, this one has a slightly different vibe to it.
Yeah, if you're really looking for some peace and quiet, this is going to be your spot. It's smaller, it feels more secluded, a bit more tucked away from everything. It's the ideal choice when you just want to find a quiet spot on the bank, cast the line, and enjoy a really peaceful afternoon.
All right, so you've mastered the local ponds. You feeling good? Ready to step it up a notch? It's time to leave those manicured park lawns behind and tackle something a little bit wilder, a more natural environment. We are talking about the mighty Brazos River. This river flows just to the west of Katy, and it offers a completely different kind of fishing experience. This is a true taste of wild Texas.
Look, the Brazos is absolutely legendary for its catfish. I'm talking big blues, channels, and flatheads. Of course, you'll also find bass and crappie in the slower sections. But this isn't a pond. It's a dynamic, moving river system that's going to reward any angler who's up for a real challenge.
And this slide right here, this is what it's all about. This perfectly illustrates Katy's dual personality as a fishing hub. On the left, you've got all the freshwater heroes we've been talking about. But now, look to the right. Redfish, speckled trout, flounder. These are the titans of the Texas coast, and they represent a whole new level of adventure.
So let's pack the car for an early morning because just about an hour's drive from Katy lies one of the most famous saltwater fisheries in the entire country. We are now entering the big leagues.
Welcome to the Galveston Bay Complex. And listen, this isn't just one spot. It is a massive, sprawling estuary with absolutely endless possibilities. You can be wade fishing the flats one minute and then heading out to the open bay the next.
People come from all over for the legendary Big Three: speckled trout, redfish, and flounder. It doesn't matter if you're in a boat, on a pier, or just wading out into the surf. The opportunities here are truly world-class. This is the ultimate saltwater day trip for any serious angler.
But if you want to turn the intensity up to 11, there is a place where the bay meets the Gulf with some spectacular force. We are heading to San Luis Pass.
I mean, just look at that species list. Sharks, Jack Crevalle. This is a high-action, high-reward zone. No question about it. The powerful currents here act like a conveyor belt for bait fish, and that attracts huge predators. It's challenging, it can even be dangerous if you're not careful, but the payoff can be the fish of a lifetime. Okay, you are fired up, I get it. You've picked your spot, whether it's a quiet local pond or the churning waters of the pass. But hold on, before you even touch a fishing rod, there are a few things you absolutely have to do. And listen, this isn't just red tape. This is about being a smart, responsible, and frankly, a more successful angler. So, first things first, your license is non-negotiable. Get it. Second, know the rules for what you're fishing for. Bag limits, size limits, they're there to protect the fishery for all of us. Third, check the weather and the tides. It's a matter of safety and success. And finally, practice conservation. Always try to leave the spot better than you found it.
So, there you have it. From a simple bobber in a park pond to a screaming reel in the surf, Katy, Texas puts it all within your reach. The only question left is, where are you going to cast your line first? The quiet pond, the flowing river, or the vast open coast? The choice is all yours.